Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am Matt Capper, and this is another video on Raid Shadow Legends, and challenge accepted once again, this time Barbarians versus the Spider. Here we go into the clan and clan quest here, and elite clans, boom, there it is. Clear the Spider's Den with all champions for Barbarians faction 10 times, stage 20 plus. So yes, challenge accepted. Let's go right into the dungeon and we'll talk about it. As always, I'm doing an all epic one. Whenever I feel I can do that, I will. There are a few cases where I can't, or it's just so easy a challenge that I just want to make it quicker. But we're gonna go into stage 20 here, and this is the team we picked out for a very specific. I cheat. It's actually not all epic. I'm using Soulbound Boyer. So let's talk about the team setup and the champions. First off, we have Jotun. Jotun's going to be putting up the Burning Blade. That is an HP burn that's 4 turns on the boss. Okay, and that's 100% chance, obviously, when booked on a 3-turn cooldown. Harking Greatblade comes in right after. We're turning off the Iron Slab so she doesn't land the weaken. Because the Infectious Panic only takes 2 random debuffs and places them all enemies and extends those by 2 turns. She actually extends as well. So why are we locking out the weaken? Well, because Jotun has this stupid decreased defense on his A1 that may land, and we don't want that to confuse when trying to do a debuff spread with Harkin, right? So this way we're at least ensuring there's only 2 buffs on the, debuffs on the boss. And then we go to Woad Painted. I'm starting with Cross Up just so we can get some kills here. I've also turned off Overpower. I don't think block active skills can actually land on the boss, but I wasn't sure when I first set it up, so we'll keep it locked anyway. It doesn't really matter. That's not what she's there for. We'll talk about the Shadow in a second. Soulbound Boyer, again, we're starting with this just so we can get as much turn meter collected as possible. Then she's going to do the Soulbound Shot, which fully depletes the target's turn meter. I also have Soulbound because she will be the target when Tashada eventually passes on. Soulbound Boyer is going to be the target. She's got a little bit too much HP because she can use her counterattack master to heal herself. It's coin flip, if you've ever seen a coin flip video. And then finally, Tashada, we're turning off Maximum Carnage again. We don't want the weaken to land. Why is Tashada here? Because I finally found a use for this useless champion, and that is to be fodder for the Spiderlings. That's all she's there for. She's a weak affinity tank with tons of defense, good HP, good resistance, and just letting her take as much damage as possible so that we can get this going. I would actually prefer a second Soulbound Boyer to be able to further manipulate the turn meter on the boss. Unfortunately, I don't have one built. I don't have one pulled. And we're not going to just start randomly pulling shards just to try to get that. So just that would probably be better. Now, legendaries you can use. There's a ton of legendaries you can use. Cantor, you can shut off her debuffs if you're doing the debuff spread. But she's got she's a defensive-based champion that can take a ton of damage as well. You've got Scylla the Drakes, heal, revive, stuns. She'll be very helpful in this, obviously. And then Valkyrie is the cheat code. She puts up those shields. You put her, just make her defense as high as humanly possible. And when's it ever going to happen? What I would do then, if you're going to use Valkyrie, bring in Valkyrie instead of Tashada. Let Soulbound Boyer be the target, but slow Soulbound Boyer down to bare minimum. Give her as low a speed as possible. The counterattack then won't wear off of her as quickly. So chances are you'll be able to loop with your Valkyrie to make sure that the counter is always up. And then Soulbound Boyer can heal herself using Lifesteal Gear because her A1 is AoE. So it would be a very easy way to do this, though it's a little bit slower because of the continuous counterattack. So again, Soulbound Boyer, give her 0 speed, full crit rate and all that stuff, just 0 speed, her base speed if possible. And then Valkyrie speed her up so that she can get through those 3 turns before Soulbound Boyer takes 2 turns, which is pretty easy to do. And that way Soulbound is always counterattacking and always healing herself up. The only scary part would be, of course, when the boss attacks, so that you might get a death there. So in that case, switch out Woad Painted for Scylla the Drakes, and hopefully that would be enough to work for you. But just some thoughts on there if you're using a full array of champions. I'm using all epics and 1 rare, so this is what we're going with. And let's save this out. Let's bring this in and let's start. All right, so of course, first thing we're gonna do, Tashada's gonna go I like doing that just to get the extra. I don't actually have to do that, but in my mind I did. Jotun's going to then put that 4-turn HP burn, and then we get the spread. So now 6 turns on that, perfect. We just do some, those are just burner turns, because of course we want this damage to happen so the heal's more effective, and we wanted Soulbound to wait a turn before stealing Turn Meter, so that's also at its most effective. So you're going to see Soulbound's going to go now, boom, full depletion, and then we're going to get the heal. That gives a whole nother round of Tashada being able to still be alive. And the hope here is that she can take... We don't want those strong hits. We want her to be alive as long as possible. Hold my breath, just seeing how long. Okay, now Soulbound's going to be the hit. See, she's not quite taking 25% damage, so it's not kicking her passive, unfortunately. So she's probably going to die here, which is unfortunate because we really want her alive. That's fine, though. We're at half health. You see how we only have 2 debuffs on the boss? That's an important distinction. As long as she doesn't die from poisons here. Ooh, that's close. Because I believe, yeah. So now she can die. Who cares? She gets healed, even better. So I think that my first run, she actually dies there. And then the heal comes in a bit late. But here it looks like we've got the right numbers. Now it's just a matter of surviving it out. The boss might get a turn. I don't think it really matters. She's got so much health here. I'd be shocked if they even took her out. Maybe with the boss. Maybe. No, still can't take her out. She'll die here. Like she's got, but like now the game's over. Yeah, see, she didn't even die. So they're a pretty easy finish to it. Just survive long enough for the HP birds to do their job. And perfect. Harkin gets all the glory. Poor Jotun puts up the HP burn. Harkin's like, nah, I'll take all the glory with 8.8 million. There you go. Challenge accepted. Challenge succeeded. Victorious. We are. Bye-bye, Spider. Hello, Barbarians. Don't recommend the team at all. That's a little bit yucky. But keep in mind, for those of you who are looking for Spider's Den stuff, the Jotun, Harkin, and Soulbound Boyer are actually really good in this. It's a budget Cold Heart, although they're both rare, so I don't know how that's... Well, I guess she's not Void. But you can put a couple Soulbounds in here. They can still turn meter just like our Cold Heart can. And then that middle slot is just something to make sure everyone stays alive. Miscreated Monster, obviously, would be a really good one. Again, like I said before, you put Soulbound in Lifesteal, and you put someone like Valkyrie in there. Valkyrie can do her big counterattack. Anyone with counterattack, though, it doesn't need to be... The shields are kind of irrelevant at that point, so you could use like a Martyr, or you can't use Crusher because then he would be the target, which wouldn't help you. But yeah, slow Soulbound right down to 0 speed, or as low speed as possible. Bring in someone like Martyr, put up those counterattacks, and then Soulbound will just heal herself every time she gets hit. It's a dirty way of doing it, but an easy way at the same time. So plenty of different options there. But for the Barbarians, this is what I went with. All right. Thank you very much for staying with me for this video. I can't even speak. I'm tired this morning. I only had 1 coffee. I appreciate you for joining me. I hope it was a little bit of fun for what it was probably going to be a Wednesday morning. I don't even know what day I'm going to put this up. Maybe Thursday. Check out all my videos. Go back and watch the full catalog. I'm trying to get back in the algorithm. We're starting to get there a couple times, but every time I take time off, Google's like, get out. So like, subscribe, share with your friends, get grandma Raid Watcher to watch the video, and be kind, be safe. We'll see you in the next video.